Let's go. Ladies
What
and
up?
gentlemen, welcome to our Only Football special, Trivia Mondays. Liam already in the chat.
Liam.
I was just running before I came on here. Can you tell? I'm old and out of breath.
Just a little. Just a little. You're fine.
So last week, thank you. So last week we did trivia. Liam is number 1 on the scoreboard and number 1 in our hearts. Congratulations to Liam.
Let's go.
He was ready. He was ready too.
He was ready, yeah.
He was like, going live. You already knew what it was, but you may not know. Maybe you do. We're going to go with a different kind of topic this week. You want to tell them what we're doing, Rick?
Yeah, so this week, and Kyle, alluded to it last week, we're going to do, so trivia today is going to be more focused and centrally around last season, like exclusively from last season stats, news, updates, playoffs, regular season, all sorts of stuff. But it is going to be the biggest focus is going to be from the 2022 NFL season.
Yeah, and that's exciting because now we're getting older, but for a long time it's been like, oh, they're doing trivia. Now they're going to ask questions from 1960s. It's like, ask me a question from 2002 till now. Like, that's when I was watching football. Right. So this is something for all of us. Like, we all watched football this year. No questions from the 50s. It's all going to be about last year. And I think you guys are going to like it. And some of the questions, I was a little surprised by the answers. So I don't know if you want to let it breathe for like another minute or
yeah, we can let it breathe. I can go over the rules from last time. And so what we have updated this time actually now is we have a little clock. If you look at the top right of your screen, we're going to add a little 30-second timer. Ooh. Yeah, so we got a little fancy here on Only Football. So there's going to be a 30-second timer. Now, during this 30 seconds, I'm going to be reading the question. Once the timer is up, Kyle is going to give the answer. Within this 30 seconds of you seeing the question on the screen and me reading it, you listening to it, you have to be able to get the answer. Outside of that, no good. No good. We're cutting it off at 30. We're cutting it off at 30 seconds. So you're going to have this little 30-second timer. Like I said, we have it at the top right of the screen. And yeah, we'll do that.
It's like Saw, where that there's like the jar of acid and the key is in it. And he's like, you have 30 seconds to get the key unlocked or your ribs will split open. And if you wait too long, the acid will disintegrate the key and it won't work. Good luck.
Kyle's just giving us ideas for Only Football. I love it. So some of these questions are not multiple choice, meaning they are worth the 2 points. So if you get it right first, you get the 2 points. If you get it right later, like the second or third or whatever, you're still going to get the 1 point. And that same rule applies to our multiple choice questions. So if you're the first one to get it right, you get 2 points. You get put on our leaderboard. And then if you get the answer right, second, third, so on and so forth, you're only getting 1 point. We're not going to do any deductions for getting it wrong just because that's too much math, and we're football guys. We're not educated. Come on, like let's be real here.
We're just a bunch of meatheads.
Yeah, we're just a bunch of meatheads. I mean, not wrong at all. But we had Liam in here. Liam, obviously our leader. I'm gonna try to do a little screen share. Hold on.
I'm easily impressed today by all the things you're doing. Ooh, I like that.
Let me just share the screen. I'm gonna do a window here, and there we go. Here we go. There's our leaderboard right here. Obviously, we've got Liam, KC. We added KC on here because
the comment.
He had commented on the video prior or after it had gone. We had already done the trivia. He's like, "Hey, I only got 5 right. 5 points. Why not add another name to the leaderboard?" Let me just zoom in here too, and then. But yeah, Liam so far right now in the lead for the Only Football trivia leaderboard with 22 points. Casey in second place with 5. I think a few other people did want to join. That's why we're killing a little bit of time right now. Let me just zoom in a little bit more.
It'd be fun too.
Better. What's that?
Is if like at the end of what do you call, like every 3 questions you have one that I don't know and you ask me, and then I have a question that you don't know. That way you and I can also be like thrown in. We could just be worth more points, like 5 points in every 5 questions. All right, guys, this one's Rick, and everyone's watching you, and it's like worth 5 points or something. That could be fun. It's evolving.
Let me get. Actually, I kind of like that idea, because then what is that, like 5 questions? I think something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Like every 5 questions, it would be worth 5 points.
Yeah. Trying to see if I could find something where
it'd be 2 more names on the leaderboard.
It would be 2 more names. We're just trying to get people to watch, damn it. But all right. So I think I've got a couple here. Let's see.
I already know.
I think I'm good. All right. So if you guys are in the comments right now watching this, we're about to start the trivia here in a bit. You're going to see the questions pop up on the bottom of your screen right there where it says NFL Trivia. And like I said, we're going to have a timer at the top right of the screen. Kyle and I, every 3 questions, are just going to give each other a random one that we found, and then we'll go from there. But Liam, you're in the chat. Kyle, I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready to roll. I was going to say something else, and I'm happy I didn't.
All right. So let me start the timer. And right now. Number 1, not a multiple choice question. What team scored the most points against the Denver Broncos? 20 seconds left. What team scored the most points against the Denver Broncos? Please make Kyle sad, because he went a little psycho after this happened. But what team scored the most points against the Denver Broncos? And 1-0. Okay. Kyle, what is the correct answer to this question?
The answer is not the Chiefs.
Not the Chiefs, Liam.
It is the Rams. And
LA Rams.
I'll say it is weird. It's a weird one, right? The Rams had a terrible season. The worst team ever after winning a Super Bowl. But the one week that they were good, it was against the Broncos. Go figure.
Yeah. I saw that question and I was like, why would Kyle do this to himself? Why would he subject himself to this pain?
Good question. It's like a great question.
You're like, yeah, that is a good question. And we have KC. KC made it for trivia. What's up, KC? Sorry, but cheers to you and Liam. Cheers. Casey said Cowboys. That is also incorrect. So the correct answer, like Kyle said, was the LA Rams, and they put up 51 points or something like that, right?
51 points. Reminder, we are only talking about this season.
Yep.
Okay? So just a reminder out there, because I think that might have gotten confused a little bit, because the Broncos and Cowboys didn't play.
Yeah.
This season.
All right, let's move on to question number 2. Nobody got the first one right, so let's move on to question number 2. This one does have multiple choice, so let's move on. Who were the 49ers playing when Brock Purdy entered the game to take over for Jimmy Garoppolo? Was it A, the Dolphins, B, the Tampa Bay Bucks, C, the New Orleans Saints, or D, the Seahawks? Again, was it A, the Dolphins, B, the Bucks, C, the New Orleans Saints, or D, the Seahawks? You guys got 5 seconds. 5 seconds. All right, Kyle, what is the answer to this question? Is it A, the Dolphins, B, the Bucks, C, the Saints, or D, the Seahawks?
So although Brock Purdy did have his first start against the Tampa Bay Bucks, He entered the game the week before with 9 minutes in the first quarter against the Miami Dolphins.
The Dolphins. KC, you got it correct. You're the first one. Liam, unfortunately, was not the Bucks. And like you said, Kyle, it is actually the Dolphins that he entered the game. So that's going to be points to KC. KC, your point total is now 7 points. Let's see how you stack up. 7, Liam with 22 points, KC with 7 points right now. That is the leaderboard 1 and 2, both in the chat right now. So let's keep it going.
I like it.
Yep. All right. Let's move on to question number 3. This is also this. So this one's worth 2 points, or no. This one has a multiple choice, but it is within the question. So let's move on to that one. Was it Thursday night football, Sunday night football, or Monday night football when Jordan Love came in to play for Aaron Rodgers? So the question again, was it Thursday night football, Sunday night football, or Monday night football when Jordan Love was subbed in to come in and play for Aaron Rodgers? We have 10 seconds on the clock. Question down below. 7 seconds. Here we go. Let's see if anybody can get it right. Which one was it? Let's see. We have 2. All right, Kyle. What is the answer for this question?
The answer is Sunday night football.
It was
Chris Collinsworth and who's his partner again? God, we suck at names.
Yeah, we're
Al
terrible.
Michaels.
We're terrible. Al Michaels. There we go. There we go.
Thursday night football with Amazon, I think.
Did he?
That's why I got confused. There's a new guy.
Oh, okay. All right. So we had Liam get it right first with Sunday night football. I got the wifey on here. She also said Sunday night football, so she gets a point.
Jets. Jets.
Absolutely fucking not. And Casey said Monday night football. You're goddamn right I am. All right, so we had Liam with 2 points. Natalie has now 1 point to get on the leaderboard here. Let me just add her on there.
Let's go. I loved it. All caps, but no cap.
Oh my God, I hate you. All right, so let's take a quick look at the leaderboard after 3 questions. Liam just had the question correct, 24 points. Casey in second with 7, and Natalie is third with 1. All right. She said, let's go.
Let's go.
All right. Let's move on to question number 4. And this is probably one of my favorite questions because it was probably the only highlight of the Bears season. But let's move on to question number 4. And that is, who did the Bears beat that resulted in Justin Fields doing the most epic slip and slide in the pouring rain to celebrate the victory? Was it A, the Texans, B, the Patriots, C, the 49ers, or D, the Commanders? Again, who did the Bears beat that resulted in the most epic Justin Fields slip and slide in the pouring rain to celebrate the victory? Was it A, the Texans, B, the Patriots, C, the 49ers, or D, the Commanders? Let's see who's going to get it right. Who's going to get it right?
Is
Kyle?
The San Francisco 49ers, week 1. It was a 12 o'clock game, and it was terrible weather conditions. That was a rough one. Trey Lance's first start of the season did not go well.
No, it did not. It did not. So we got Liam got it correct first with the 49ers, and then KC had it second with the 49ers. So we'll add those points. Liam taking a commanding lead right now. It's insane. But all right. So that was question number 4. And she said, redo, my internet crashed. All right. Let's move on to question number 5. Ooh, I actually forgot to put this question in. So you guys are going to have to hold on for a sec while I put this question in.
No problem.
So this is going to be a 2-parter.
Yeah. The 2 answers, and each answer will be worth 1 point. And I like this question. So I didn't actually look any of these up either on Google. These were just like
So they're all wrong.
I came up with them, like original thoughts, which is cool because I feel like if you just Google like trivia questions, a lot of them would probably be like really, really easy questions.
Unknown caller.
Oh my god.
Unknown caller, Kyle. What the?
Damn it, Adam Schefter. I told him to stop calling me during the podcast.
Please stop.
I don't care that Lamar Jackson's getting traded to the Bears.
What? No, absolutely not. I'll kill you. I'll kill you. I swear to God, I'll do it.
I'm manifesting it for you.
I don't want it.
I know.
I don't want it. I don't want it. All right. You know what? I'm just going to give you guys the part 1 and part 2 of it. What is that?
That's Sean Payton and Russell Wilson.
Is he telling him, hey, man, you're not going to be able to have your own your personnel? And then the fucking, oh, God. All right. We're going to, sorry for the taking the time here, but I'm trying to get the part 1 and the part 2. So give me a second. All right. So I'm going to give you guys the part 1 and the part 2.
All right, here we go.
For this question, hold on. All right. Sorry for that. Russ had his own office. Yes, he did. News around the NFL. Love it. All right. So number 5. This is going to be the number 5 question for the trivia. The lowest scoring games of this season were the Saints versus 49ers and the Jets versus the Patriots. Both games had the same amount of points. Now, part 1 is, what was the total points over under? Was it 14? And then part 2, what team out of the 4 was dealt a shutout? So it was the 49ers versus the Saints, the Jets versus the Patriots. Was the total points over under 14? And who out of those 4 teams were shut out? 10 seconds to answer.
It's a good one.
We'll do part 1 right now. Was the total points over under 14? Over under 14 points, everyone. All right, 30 seconds is up. And got to get a couple answers here. Let's get a couple more answers. We got, okay. All right, we got 3 answers so far. All right. Kyle, what is the answer to part 1? Was the total points over under 14?
It was under. So you had 13-0. I'll tell the team later. Mm-hmm. And you had 10-3. But they were both 13 points, which by definition is the under to 14.
So under 14. And what was the answer to part 2? What team?
Part 2 is the New Orleans Saints were shut out by the 49ers, and that was the 0-13 ball game.
All right. So let's look at the answers here. Liam had 1 out of 2. He had the Saints getting shut out, which is correct, but you did say the over, so that is incorrect. Casey had it correct. He said the under. And then Jack, we got Jack. Cheers, Jack. Thanks for joining us.
Jack's currently fact checking this right now. He's like, I could have sworn the Jets got shut out.
I know, right? Thank you. And he said over 14 points, and it was the Jets. Unfortunately, neither of those were correct. Liam had 1 point. So what are we going to do here since it's two-parter, worth 2 points? I think we should just split the points, right? 1 to Liam, 1 to Casey.
Yeah, well, I would give 1 point to every person that got something right. So, Liam gets 1 for saying Saints, and then Casey gets 1 for saying under.
Okay.
And then Jack, unfortunately, gets nothing.
Gets absolutely nothing. So let's check out the leaderboard. Yeah, sorry, Jack. Let's check out the leaderboard here after 5 questions. We've got Liam again in the lead. 27 points, Casey with 9, Natalie with 1, and Jack with 0 for now. So let's move on to question number 6. Jack with the goose egg. All right, so question number 6. What was the highest scoring game of the season? Was it, let me start the timer. Was it A, the Seahawks versus the Lions versus the Eagles, the Vikings versus the Bills, or D, Cowboys versus the Colts? Again, A, Seahawks versus Lions, B, Lions versus Eagles, C, Vikings versus Bills, or D, Cowboys versus the Colts. 5 seconds to answer.
3, 2, 1.
Let's go. All right. All right, Kyle.
The answer is B, or no, it was A.
A.
The Lions and Seahawks. I was trying to remember the order. And that was a really high-scoring game. There was a couple. We threw in high-scoring games, but that was the highest one. That game was 48-45, so it had 90. What is that? 93 points scored.
93 points. Seahawks won 48-45. So don't fake me like that, Kyle.
Sorry,
so the correct answer was A, Seahawks versus Lions. Jack had said Lions versus Eagles. For B, Liam was correct. First one correct, Seahawks versus Lions. Natalie said Cowboys versus Colts, and Casey said Lions versus Eagles. So that means Liam, only one that got it correct. You add another 2 points to your already ridiculous lead. 29 points for Liam so far.
The Cowboys I threw in there just because they scored like 54 points in that one game. So I thought that'll definitely, hopefully trick some people maybe.
And you know what? Like off the bat, if you would have asked me this, I probably would have said Vikings, Bills, or Cowboys, Colts because, again, of those games where they were so high scoring. I mean, Vikings, Bills went in overtime. So, yeah, I just those are the ones I would have guessed off the bat.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to number 7. This one does not have a multiple choice. So I'll be repeating it quite a few times. This one's also worth 2 points. So if you get it right, you get 2 points automatically, whether you get it right first, second, third, whatever. So let's move on to number 7. What team, after starting 1-6, went on to win 6 of their last 7 games? Start the clock. Let's go. So what team, after starting 1-6, went on to win 6 of their last 7 games? Worth 2 points. No matter when you get it right, first, second, or third, you get 2 points if you can answer this one correctly. We've got about now 10 seconds left on the clock. These are good questions, Kyle. Let's give it up for Kyle for coming up with these questions.
Stop.
I loved it.
Don't do that again.
I loved it. Good job, Kyle. I'm so proud of you, Kyle. All right. So let's see. What team, after starting 1-6, Kyle, went on to win 6 of their last 7 games? Let's get a couple more answers. Casey, I know you're out there. All right, Kyle, what's the answer?
The answer is the Lions. And Jack, that's correct. Also, Liam got it right. I'm wondering, because the questions come in like kind of late, I wonder if we're just on like a 20-second delay.
I think so. I think that's what it is. Yeah.
To them immediately.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we're just
I think that's what it is. It's got to be some sort of delay, like when we watch football games and we stream them.
Yeah.
Same thing. So unfortunately, Bill, it is not the Jags. Which, by the way, Bill, thanks for joining us. Cheers. Cheers to you, Bill. Appreciate you.
See you, Bill.
KC, it is not the Bucks. Jack and Liam both got it correct. Like Kyle said, it's the Lions. The Lions went 1-6, then went on to win 6 of the last 7 games. So let's add 2 points to everyone. Well, just Liam and Jack, actually. Sorry, not everyone.
Impressive streak. I was trying to think of this question when I was driving, and I was talking to my phone, and I said, which game won like 7 games in a row after starting 1-7? And then I looked it up, and I guess they only won 3 games in a row. So they lost.
Really?
They won 3 in a row, lost the 4th, and then won 3 in a row. So then I was like, okay, winning 6 of your last 7 is way cooler than saying who went on a 3-game win streak. It's like
that's true. Yeah. Because it's like, well, a lot of teams actually, especially when
Yeah.
you don't have it. Yeah, when you don't have it like that, like with multiple choice, and it does make it a little bit more difficult. But all right, so we're about halfway through.
No.
Let's move on to question number 8. This one is also a 2-pointer because it does not have any multiple choice. So let's move on to number 8. Kyle, what is the question? Or I'm sorry, who is the first team to fire their head coach during the season? There was a lot of coach firings during the 2022 season, but which team made the first head coaching firing during the season? This one was, I think I called this one like a while ago, right?
Yeah.
When I was like, it was like a couple games before, or no, it was the week prior. We were like talking about it, and I had made the, I think I called it. Yeah, I called it. 2, 1. All right, Kyle, what is the answer to number 8?
The answer is the Carolina Panthers firing Matt Rule. I believe week 5, week 6.
Yep.
Somewhere around there.
I think it was week 6. Yeah.
It was the Jaguars last season that parted ways with Urban Meyer around week 6, probably week 7. And now they have Doug Peterson, and they're happy.
Yeah.
They're happy now.
They're very happy.
They got out of their dysfunctional relationship, made it back to the playoffs.
On the up and up when you fire a shitty head coach like that.
Yeah.
All right, let's look at the comments here to look at the answers. Liam, unfortunately, it was not the Jags. Had we said it was a 2021 season, you would be correct, probably. Jack, that is right. The Panthers. Jack got it correct. Bill has it correct as well. Panthers. And KC has it correct as well. Panthers. So 2 points to Jack, Bill, and KC. I'll add these up right now.
Bill put Panthers, right? With the question mark. I was going to say, Bill, just put an exclamation mark no matter what. Like, even if you're wrong, just like make us think we're the ones that are wrong. Texans, exclamation mark. It's like, oh, let me double check this.
I'm right. All right. That was number 8. And let's take a quick look at the leaderboard here because it's getting a little interesting now.
Ooh.
Liam obviously still has the major lead again with 31 points, but KC is getting close, 11 points. And by close, I mean 20 points behind. Jack had 2 questions correct, 4 points in 3rd place. And we got Bill, 4th place with 2 points. Natalie, 5th place with 1 point. Let's move on to number 9. And then, Kyle, if you want to start the countdown for me after I finish asking the question, that'd be dope.
Yeah, where do I find it?
It's under. So you go to brand and it's under logo.
Okay, good. Thanks.
All right,
I see.
All right. So number 9, multiple choice. Who had the most passing yards in a game this season? Was it A, Kirk Cousins, B, Patrick Mahomes, C, Tua Tagovailoa, or D, Joe Burrow? Who had the most passing yards in a game this season? A, Kirk Cousins, B, Patty Mahomes, C, Tua Tagovailoa, or D, Joe Burrow? 10 seconds to answer the question. We're getting some answers in here. Let's see what we got.
All right.
All right, Kyle. Let's see if Jack can come up with an answer as well as KC. All right, we got Liam, Bill, Natalie, Jack. All right, Kyle. What is the answer to question number 9?
The answer is Joe Burrow.
Joe Burr.
He threw for, what was it? I got it right here. 481 yards versus the Falcons. Patrick Mahomes had more passing yards on the season, but this says who had the most passing yards in a game. And that was Joe Burrow against the Falcons.
All right. Liam said Patrick Mahomes. That is incorrect. Natalie had Joe first. She got it correct first.
Let's go.
Joe. So she gets 2 points for answering it correctly. Jack unfortunately said Kirk Cousins. Bill did get it correct as well with D. He did say Joe Burrow, so that's 1 point for Bill. Good job, Bill. Casey said Tua. Unfortunately, it was not Tua. Like Kyle said, that was Joe Burrow. Was Kirk Cousins? Did Kirk Cousins have like a pretty high game up there?
Everybody that I listed had a really high game up there.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. It's just that Joey Cool had the most.
Yeah. There's a website called StatMuse, like StatMuse, and you can just like ask them questions and they'll tell you not just the answer, but who was like underneath it, first, second, third, fourth, fifth. So
nice.
A lot of the options that I've provided for the questions are those like ones that were really close. So
gotcha. All right. Natalie said, "Can that count for 5 points?" She's trying to get that lead. She's trying to get that lead right now. It's like cheating. Stop cheating.
when you miss a test and you ask the professor if the last essay can be worth 70% of your grade,
or you ask to do extra. What is it? Extra credit.
Extra credit. Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to question number 10. All right, number 10. Which team had the most rushing yards in a game this season? Kyle, you want to hit the 30-second?
Yeah.
Was it A, the New York Giants, B, the Detroit Lions, C, the Carolina Panthers, or D, the Philadelphia Eagles? Which team had the most rushing yards in a game this season? Was it A, the Giants, B, the Lions, C, the Panthers, or D, the Eagles? 10 seconds to get the answer correct. Let's see what everybody answers here. All right. Kyle, the time is up. Which team had the most rushing yards in a game this season? Kyle, what is the answer?
The answer is the Philadelphia Eagles. They had 363 yards on the ground against the Packers. And that's that question again. We talked about that question, the Sunday night game earlier.
Yep. All right. Did you start the timer again?
Damn it. Trying to find the flow.
So let's look at the answers here. We got Liam answering correctly first. He said D, the Eagles. That is correct. Natalie also had Philly, so she gets 1 point. Jack also had D. So he also had D's. And then KC answered Eagles. So all of you answered correctly. Bill, I didn't get yours because you said A. A because I'm a homer. So unfortunately, that one is incorrect, Bill. But I respect it. So Liam with 2 points there adds to his commanding lead with 32 points. KC gets to 12. Jack, did Jack answer correctly? Yep. Yes, he did. Everyone answered it correctly. Jack now has 5 points.
Good job, Jack.
Bill did not get that one correct, but Natalie did. She got 4 points there.
Bill won respect.
What'd you say?
He won respect with that answer.
Yeah, you won respect from all Giants fans. That's what he did. All right.
And now it's time for Rick's question.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Rick has a question. He doesn't know the answer. No one can tell him in the comments.
Let's go.
Rick, Justin Fields ran for
I'm just kidding.
ran for the most rushing yards of his career against which team? No multiple choice.
No multiple choice? Oh, you scumbag fucker.
I was going to, but then I was like, it's a record. Like it's a world record. Like I shouldn't.
So I've got two in my head right now. I've got either the Packers or the Lions, but I can't remember if there was another NFC or AFC team that he randomly ran the most yards against. But I'm gonna go ahead and say the Lions. He had the career record against. He had it against the Lions.
So week 17, he did cross the 100 yards rushing in the first quarter of the Lions game, which is intense. but it's the Miami Dolphins. He ran 178 yards.
Fuck, it was the Dolphins. Damn it.
And in that game, he surpassed Michael Vick's 173 yards.
That's right. It was against the Dolphins. See, that's why I was like, I can't remember if it was a divisional game or if it was like a random team.
Yeah.
All right. Now we're going to do Kyle's question, and nobody help him out. Why is everyone
saying Texans?
I don't know. Oh, I think they're just saying Texans now. This one, let's see. Oh, man, I want to ask you. I'm going to give you one that is multiple choice, and let me know when you're ready, Kyle. So nobody help him out in the comments either. At 98 yards, which player had the longest reception? Was it A, Gabe Davis, B, Jalen Waddle, C, Tyreek Hill, or D, TJ Hawkinson?
And that's the last season?
Yep, 98-yard reception.
Jalen Waddle.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Wrong. It was Gabe Davis. Fuck you. It was actually Gabe Davis at the 98-yard reception from from Josh Allen. That was a good one. I like that. That was a good one. All right. Jack got it correct. It was A, Gabe Davis. Casey said, I need an ESPN subscription. No, what you need to do, Casey, now that YouTube TV is getting the NFL Game Pass or whatever it is, the NFL, whatever you call it. The ticket. You should get YouTube television. And I mean, that's the way to go. That is definitely the way to go. What you do is, and this is kind of the way I kind of fuck the system over. I have an Amazon Fire TV. I pay for a VPN, and then I just map the VPN to a Chicago area code, and then I'm able to watch all the Bears games like for free on YouTube TV. I mean, obviously I got to pay for YouTube TV and a VPN, but if I'm in Washington, I can't get that just for funsies. You know what I mean? I
gotta do all that shit. Well, guys, it's been real. I think we're going to jail now.
Straight to jail.
The judge is just like playing this in the courtroom. Like, you told everyone. Like, that's not me. That's not me.
All right. We got 4 more questions left. Kyle, get ready for that 30-second timer.
Yes, thank you.
Number 11. This is only quarterbacks with a minimum of 150 pass attempts that qualify. Who had the highest quarterback rating? Was it A, Brock Purdy, B, Tua Tagovailoa, C, Patty Mahomes, or D, Jalen Hurts? Who of these quarterbacks had the highest quarterback rating? A, Brock Purdy, B, Tua Tagovailoa, C, Patty Mahomes, or D, Jalen Hurts? 10 seconds. Let's see what's going on.
I had to put the minimum in there because there was a lot of like Christian McCaffrey, 143 because he went 1 for 1. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was like 5 receivers in third.
That's ridiculous.
Like, okay.
That's ridiculous. All right. Let's give it a couple seconds here to get all these answers in. We got Liam, Jack's answer, KC. We got Bill. Waiting on maybe 1 or 2 more. All right, Kyle, what is the answer to who had the highest quarterback rating out of these 4 quarterbacks?
The answer is A, Brock Purdy. He had 107.3. Tua and Patty Mahomes were in the 105 range, and nice. Jalen Hurts had 101. It was always Brock Purdy.
Nice. And Liam got it correct first. So he gets the 2 points added to his already massive total. The only other person to get it correctly is Bill. He gets 1 point. So he is now at 4 points right now. All right. Good job, everybody. Everyone else got it wrong. Jack said B, Tua Tagovailoa, and Casey had said Patrick Mahomes. Let's move on to question number 12. Who had the most rushing touchdowns this season? Was it A, Derrick Henry, B, Austin Eckler, C, Jalen Hurts, or D, Jamal Williams? Who had the most rushing touchdowns this season? 2022 season, sorry. A, Derrick Henry, B, Austin Eckler, C, Jalen Hurts, or D, Jamal Williams. 8 seconds to get the answers in. Let's see who is going to get it correct. 2, 1, 0. All
and
right,
D,
what's
answer
up? Oh, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Jamal Williams.
Jamal Williams. That was answer D.
Wow, that was a fun one to see
Yeah.
because it's like Austin Eckler and it's like Jamal Williams. Really? No, Jamal Williams smoked everyone. Like,
Yep.
It was like 13. Like everyone tied around 13, and then Jamal Williams 17 rushing touchdowns.
He was insane.
Yeah, like a league of his own this year.
He was very much a goal line running back, even with DeAndre Swift. Like, you would have thought, you have DeAndre Swift and you have Jamal Williams in the backfield. Do you think DeAndre Swift would be the guy? It was Jamal Williams.
Yeah.
So let's move on to the answers here. Jack said B. Unfortunately, that is incorrect. It was not Austin Eckler. Liam said C for Jalen Hurts. Natalie got it correct first. She said D, Jamal Williams.
J-E-T-S.
I hate both of you. So she gets 2 points here, and she actually moves above Jack with that question correct.
Let's go.
And let's see, 5 points. All right. Bill had said A for Derrick Henry, as well as KC had said Derrick Henry. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, guys, that is incorrect. It was Jamal Williams. That's Natalie right there with the flex. I love it. All right, let's move on to question number 13. In the fourth quarter of the AFC divisional round, who fumbled the ball on the goal line when Jacksonville was trying to score? Was it A, Jamal Agnew, B, Christian Kirk, C, Evan Ingram, D, Travis Etienne? In the fourth quarter of the AFC divisional round, who fumbled the ball on the goal line when Jacksonville was trying to score? Was it A, Jamal Agnew, B, Christian Kirk, C, Evan Ingram, or D, Travis Etienne? 6 seconds. Let's get these answers in, everyone. You're all wrong. Nobody cares.
Wow, dude.
I know. I'm so mean. All right, Kyle. Let's wait for a couple more of these answers to trickle in. But
let it breathe. Let it breathe.
In the fourth quarter of the AFC divisional round, who fumbled the ball on the goal line when Jacksonville was trying to score? Kyle, what is the answer to this question?
It's like, who ruined the Jaguars' chances of winning? It was Jamal Agnew.
Oh,
who fumbled the ball. It wasn't Christian Kirk. It wasn't Evan Ingram. And it was not Travis Etienne.
Nope.
Those guys did not lose the football game for their team. It was Jamal Agnew, who was new to being in such a big game and didn't know how to handle the pressure and fumbled the ball.
I hate your little jokes. I hate it.
You'll learn to love them.
Yeah, I know. I do love them. Liam had said B, Christian Kirk. Jack said Travis Etienne. Bill said Evan Ingram. He said because I don't want him back. And KC said Ingram as well. So yeah, it was Jamal Agnew, guys, that fumbled the ball in the fourth quarter. Like Kyle said, basically lost it for the Jaguars there.
We're gonna stay with that theme on our next question.
Yeah, for sure. Question number 14. In the AFC Championship game, which player got called for unnecessary roughness on a late hit on Patrick Mahomes that set up the game-winning field goal? Was it A, Joseph Asai, B, Sam Hubbard, C, Jermaine Pratt, D, Raymond Johnson III? In the AFC Championship game, which player got called for unnecessary roughness on a late hit on Patrick Mahomes that set up the game-winning field goal? Was it A, Joseph Asai, B, Sam Hubbard, C, Jermaine Pratt, or D, Raymond Johnson? This is the final question, so get your answers in, and then we'll move on to some Q&A. But let's see what we got. All right, we're getting some answers trickling in. Liam, we got Jack, KC, Natalie, Bill. We need you guys to get your answers in. If you don't, you will die. I'm just kidding. All right. Got Liam, Jack, Bill. Come on, KC.
KC said Ingram.
Yeah, that was from the last question.
It stands. We're going to use that for this one next.
We don't care. All right, Kyle. In the AFC Championship game, which player got called for unnecessary roughness on a late hit on Patrick Mahomes that set up the game-winning field goal?
It was Joseph Asai. Am I saying it right? Asai?
Yep. Joseph Asai.
Joseph Asai was the player that ruined the chances for the Bengals to advance to the Super Bowl. He was seen crying on the bench and then getting screamed at by the other players on the team. It was actually a really tragic thing to see.
Yeah,
but
it was.
Now it's in trivia, so.
And Bill was the only one to get it correct. Bill, you get the 2 points added to your score. Good job, Bill. Everyone else, I think it's at B for Sam Hubbard. Sam Hubbard actually had that great return. Was it fumble or fumble return? Remember Tyler Huntley reached over the goal line?
Yeah.
They swatted the ball. Sam Hubbard recovered it and returned it for
all the way back.
Yeah. It was a good touchdown score. So
we watched that moment together.
We did
on streaming.
We did. It was an insane game for Wild Card Weekend. All right, so let's check the leaderboard, Kyle. Actually, let me take this question off the screen first. All right, let's check the leaderboard. Number 1, Liam with 34 points. Good job, Liam. Number 2, we've got KC with 12 points. Number 3, Natalie with 6 points. Number 4, Bill with 6 points. And then number 5, Jack rounds it off with 5 points. You heard that? Oh, that was disgusting.
It's all right.
All right.
It.
Yeah, no, it was good. It's because I'm old. Thank you guys for participating in the trivia. And actually, Kyle, you want to just kill some time? I'm gonna go get something real quick.
So I don't know if you guys are keeping up with the XFL, but I am. So if you guys are watching XFL right now, put in the chat your favorite team or the team that you're enjoying to watch the most out of the XFL. I asked them who their favorite XFL team is. If they watch it, if they don't, that's fine. But if they do, who's their team that they're like cheering for a little bit? You know, it's like, oh yeah, I'll watch.
All right, let me get to a couple of these comments here. Natalie said, no, I missed it. Nimbus distracted me.
Blaming the dog.
No, he's blaming the dog.
Dog ate my homework.
Jack said, I'll stick to baseball and hockey, Rick. This is great. All right, so we had 2 total trivias for the month of February, and I went to an antique store. And I got a couple of prizes that I think we'll have for not only this month and for next month. So I got 2 copies of Sports Illustrated. I think they're pretty cool. I don't think by any means they're worth much money because I only got them for like $5. But I got 2 cool Sports Illustrated magazines that are a little bit old. So one has Jerry Rice on it. One has Russ Wilson when he was on the Seahawks. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to give those out as prizes to the winner for the month of trivia. And this month's winner, Kyle, drum roll please, is Liam. Liam is the winner of February.
You won a new car.
Whoa, chill. We don't have that money yet. Liam, you have won your choice of either a Jerry Rice Sports Illustrated or I want to get the year right. This is from 1994 or a 2000. Is this 2000?
13.
Yeah,
No.
13. Probably.
Hey!
2014. You're wrong.
Okay.
2014 Sports Illustrated with Russ Wilson on the cover back when they were Super Bowl favorites. They had just won the Super Bowl. I forget which one it was.
Yeah, they just won in 2013 against the Broncos, and then they didn't run the ball.
Yeah.
That year.
They didn't
Jerry
run the
Rice.
ball.
I was born in 94. That
Oh,
Jerry
really?
Rice one's actually
kind of cool.
Yeah, that's really cool.
All right. So, Liam, we will get your info somehow. Actually, yeah, we'll get your info. We'll hit you up on YouTube or something. All right. So thank you guys again for participating in trivia. Now for the last about 10, 15 minutes or so, we do what we call a Q&A sesh here on Only Football on Mondays. So once we're done with trivia, we do Q&A with Kyle and I. And like last week, Liam was here for it last week. You guys can ask us any questions about football, about us, about, I don't know, anything else. Like
nothing's off the table. Like I watch people, like the YouTubers I watch, and sometimes I just wonder, like, so what do you guys do, like when you're not doing this? Or like, I wonder, like,
I sit around and wait to do this.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder. If they like going to the movies. I mean, you could ask anything. It's like an opportunity for us to get to know you guys a little bit better, since you guys are pretty much like the small family we have here.
Yeah, so definitely ask us some questions in the chat. We'll do our best to answer them.
They're like, we don't care what you do. We just want to know how you feel about Vic Lombardi being the offensive coordinator.
Oh, I heard about that. I saw that.
Like, stick to football.
We watch you for entertainment. Now dance.
They don't care if you use Old Spice in the shower. Just tell them what they think.
Oh, God. All right, we got this one from Natalie. Oh, God. When are y'all getting some Jets gear? Never. Never, never. Kyle, don't you fucking dare.
I'm leaning towards, like, getting a hat, maybe.
Oh God!
See, my best friend growing up, Morty, he was a Jets fan because a lot of players. He's a huge Florida State fan, and a lot of them got drafted to the Jets. So he had Jets stuff, and I would like cheer for them because they're not really in conflict with the Broncos. But now Nathaniel Hackett's going to be their offensive coordinator.
Yeah,
part of me is just like, once a Denver Bronco, always a Denver Bronco, even if you suck.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm never gonna get that gear. That gear will not be allowed in my house ever. But I want to get to this question from Bill. He said Eagles trying to get that XFL 4th and 15 rule instead of onside kick. Just saw it, and you were talking XFL, so fingered good time. What do you all think about that move? So the move that he is referring to, that Bill is referring to, is, God, I just saw it too. Okay, so XFL teams will still have the opportunity to attempt an onside kick if they desire. However, they will be able to eschew that option and attempt a 4th and 15 conversion in the fourth quarter if they are more comfortable trying to get the ball in that manner. While the 4th and 15 conversion is only available in the fourth quarter, onside kicks may be attempted at any point during the contest. So, Kyle, what is that? Like, what do you think about that one?
I have a lot to say about this. So, as much as I think that teams are going to be pushing for this, personally, I don't like it. And the reason is because what makes an onside kick, I guess, special, if you want to call it that, is one, it almost has to be done or used at the end of the game, or you're sacrificing field position, unless you're just totally trying to surprise them, like in the first half or something like that. Like, oh, the onside kick. You don't like set up for an onside kick, and risk that unless you're at the end of the game. So the 4th and 15 is not all that hard to do. Like if you were to look at the statistics of recovering an onside kick and going for it on 4th and 15, I would almost guarantee that it wouldn't even be close. The 4th and 15 would be way more. And
like you're talking about, the chance of getting a 4th and 15 would be higher than an actual onside kick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So even though they're saying like, I like that it's hard to get an onside kick. I
Yeah.
like that it's a shot in the dark. You're not
Yep.
supposed to be in that situation. You know what I mean? And to me, it feels like it could set up a scenario where, like, I don't like that they said you can still kick an onside kick, but did they say you could only do the 4th and 15 conversion thing at the end of the game?
In the fourth quarter. Yeah.
So only in the fourth quarter can you do the 4th and 15 thing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the reason that makes it better, but the reason that they even had to enforce that is because they know teams would just do that every time.
Yeah, and that's kind of my thinking too. Is like, again, the chance of getting a 4th and 15, especially if you have like in what Bill's saying with the Eagles, if you have a guy like AJ Brown, you throw it up to him because it's a 50-50 ball no matter what to AJ Brown. Your chances of getting that are like 100 times higher than getting an onside kick. And I agree with you. I love that it is like your kicker has to kick it correctly. The guy on the other end has to like fumble it. Your guys have to be there at that exact right time. Like, I love all the variables of an onside kick because they make it difficult, which is exactly what it's supposed to be. Difficult to get that ball back in order to possibly win the game or at least get in a position to win that game. So I agree with you. I love that it's difficult for them to get an onside kick. I don't love this 4th and 15 rule from the XFL.
I will say I think it's okay for the XFL, but they have to. I think it's one of those things where like the XFL in the off season, like their number one goal right now is to be entertainment, to be entertaining. So they throw a rule like that, and it's really entertaining. But the NFL doesn't need to like make rules to make the NFL more entertaining. Like it's already captivating just by itself. And the other thing is, I do think if the NFL were to adopt this, it has to be 4th and 25. Like 4th and 15 is like getting a false start on 4th and 10. You know what I mean? Like you set up for 1st and 10, false start. Okay, so now it's 1st and 15. I mean, that doesn't seem like all that hard to do. I think they should at least make it 4th and 25 if the NFL was even going to sniff this idea.
Yeah, and Casey's saying the NFL needs to loosen the rule a little to give the defense a better chance to recover. Right now, it's next to impossible. It's next to impossible, but you've seen it happen. You've seen it happen. Like the fact that it's like if it never happened, yes, I would agree. But it's happened before and in such clutch ways that you look at it and you're like, that's 1 in a million.
Yeah, the Jets, remember? They were down, what was it, like 13 points with like a minute left. They scored onside kick. I even saw the Broncos recover one. It didn't matter because they couldn't score.
Yeah.
But you do see, the ball get kicked up and then they try to catch it and they drop it and then it's a scramble fumble drill on the floor. And you do see, as easy as it is for the the team trying to catch the ball, the receiving team, it is also really hard when the football's moving a lot of crazy ways and that pile's getting pushed and the pressure's on. So I do think like they're looking at getting rid of the Jalen Hurts QB sneak with the two players getting leverage because that is like a 99%. Like Sean Payton went on the air and said, I'll do it every time because it's a near impossible. That's one thing. Like, but onside kicks have been, we've seen them be successful enough times to know that it's more than possible. It's a real opportunity for your team if they can execute it the right way. And it does take a lot, but at this point in the game, that's your fault that you need this to win the game, to be honest.
That's very, very true. I like that way of thinking too, because it's like, well, why are you in this position? It's because you didn't do all the things you needed to do the last three quarters and 12, 13 minutes, right? Exactly.
Yeah, because imagine this, this 4th and 15 being allowed to happen. You're down, let's say 21 points and you score, 3 touchdowns, but you get those 3, 4th and 15s.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you can win the game. And to me, it's like, I could see why the audience would be like, yeah, it's fun. It's better than a blowout. But if you get your ass whooped, like, you know what I mean? Just don't do that. Don't let yourself get beat like that.
And I agree. Like, the NFL is already so big that the XFL is doing these little things to make it entertaining. If it was the other way around, if the XFL had been around for, I don't know, 100 years now at this point, and then the NFL was a brand new up and coming league, then yeah, it would be the same thing. It's just that it's just the longevity of a certain organization that makes it already entertaining, that we're just kind of like, okay, well, the XFL is just a gimmick, really, at the end of the day. And a lot of these guys have an opportunity to go from the XFL to the NFL, if an NFL teams find them valuable. Oh, yeah. I mean, what's the guy from the returner for the Cowboys? Turpin. That dude was XFL. Oh my God, there was another.
And you have players that were in the NFL that are there now. Like, we drafted Paxton Lynch. He was a huge bust. He actually already got benched in the XFL. And it was like Paxton Lynch is the first player to get benched in high school, college, the NFL, and the XFL. And somehow, like, people are still believing in the guy. It's funny. But they could go to the XFL, and let's say they blow up, and then they have a path back to being a backup in the NFL and stuff like that. I think I like the XFL. You have to realize, like, they're totally different leagues. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of people on Facebook and stuff that or Twitter that are like talking crap about the XFL, and I'm like, these are the same people that complain about the Pro Bowl that didn't watch it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's like easy to complain about things that is different. Like the 4th and 15. Like, I don't like it. It's dumb. But I'm not saying I don't like it for the XFL. I'm just saying I don't like it for the NFL, because when the NFL makes a rule change, they just barely put their fingerprints on it. Like, they just do something small. This would be huge. Like, this would be
big thing.
This would be the biggest rule change in my lifetime.
It would even have to be like, if you're talking about that, it would even have to be like, you have to be within a touchdown, and it has to be under 2 minutes, and then you can go for the 4th and 15. Those are the limits that you have to work inside of. Are you within a touchdown? Yes. Is it under 2 minutes? It's 2:01. Nope. Sorry. You have to attempt an onside kick or kickoff, whatever you choose. You can't do the 4th and 15.
I think it would be even better if part of the rules, whether you could do it or not, is if you're down 2 touchdowns, because it's nearly impossible to recover 2 onside kicks. But maybe if you're down 2 possessions, they can let you do the 4th and 15 one time. You can do it.
Yeah.
Obviously everyone would do it first, but that could be like, barely affecting the game. But I just feel like it could get out of hand.
Yeah, no, it can. But I like what you said is, like, when the NFL makes a rule change, they make it to benefit, in a sense, both sides. Like they try to benefit both sides, and they try not to make something a big leap in one direction or the other. They're just like, yep, this little tweak right here will make it even.
And then all the people saying that the NFL is just for the offense, they're really going to hate that rule. They're like, oh, because they need to score 70 points a game now? Like,
yeah, right. You're goddamn right they do. All right, guys, you guys got one. We'll take maybe one more question if anybody is up for it before we get out of here. We appreciate your guys' questions, comments, and you guys participating in our trivia again every Monday around this same time, 7 Central, 8 Eastern. But let us hit us in the comments right now if you got one more question for Kyle and I before we get out of here, and then we will be back on Thursday for a live stream.
We got a lot to talk about too.
Oh yeah. And then Kyle, I forget. Are we starting Only Football with Kyle tomorrow or Wednesday?
Wednesdays, it's going to release at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So
all right, perfect.
If you're in Colorado, it will release at 5. If you're in the West Coast, it'll release at 4. If you're in Chicago, it'll release at 6. And if you're in New York, it'll release at 7.
There you go. So Only Football with Kyle. Catch that on Wednesdays exclusively on YouTube and Instagram. So go check that out. And then again, like I said, we'll resume our regular regular live streams on Thursdays. But yeah, so if you guys got one more question, we'll take one more. If not, within the next about 30 seconds, we'll get out of here. We'll get out of your hair. Let you guys live your life.
I also was going to make a tiny service announcement here. The our YouTube shorts, stay tuned for those because I'm working with some different software right now, and I'm liking some of the way these ones are coming out. If you guys haven't checked out our recent shorts that we put up there, go ahead and check them out.
Definitely.
It's trying to make the production value just like top tier here.
That much better.
For you, for all of you.
Mm-hmm.
You
and for
guys.
Me. For you.
That's like have you seen what's the dad movie where the stepdad Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell?
Yeah.
Where he's like, the only one that can affect this is you, and then he looks in the mirror, he's like, you're pointing at me, and he's like, well, you get the idea because they're standing like diagonal to the mirror.
Yeah.
He's like, I only see you pointing at me.
Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg, I swear to God, fun stuff.
Such a good duo.
All right, guys. Well, that is it for us. Again, appreciate everyone who was here. KC, Bill, the wifey Natalie, Jack, Liam, who is our winner for February. Liam, we're going to get your info later. We appreciate all you guys being on here, going over trivia with us. It was a great time. A lot more participation in this one. And again, trivias and Q&A every Monday during the off season, and then once the season starts, we're going to go back into our Mondays and Wednesday live streams. But like we said, catch Only Football with Kyle on Wednesdays exclusively on Instagram and YouTube, and then catch our live stream on Thursday where we go over all the NFL news. Oh, wait, real quick. KC, Rick, do you live in the Chicago area? I do not. We actually live in Washington State. So we're West Coast, best coast. But I do always love and miss Chicago.
West Side.
West Side. But yeah, go check us out on Thursdays for our live stream. And go check out the Star 6 Media Instagram page. It is at Star 6 Media, where you not only get our show schedule for all the other shows that we have, but again, exclusive Only Football with Kyle on Instagram and YouTube. So go check out the Instagram at Star 6 Media. Kyle, where can they follow you on Twitters?
You have a really nice voice for this. I'm just sitting here listening to you, and I'm like, gosh, it sounds great. And then I come in, and I sound like someone squeezing my ball sack.
Stop. Don't praise me. Don't praise me.
You guys can follow me at FTBLONLYPODCAS. Football Only Podcast for the retweets, the tweets, the Russell Wilson tweets. Keeping up with Russell Wilson's daily life and Sierra. If I don't hear from Russ, I just see what Sierra's up to.
Oh, they're in New York this week. Nice.
That makes sense.
Yeah. You can follow me on Twitter at @AndNowRick. I will post up Bears updates, all sorts of Chicago sports updates, NFL updates, and then go check out the Star 6 Media Twitter at _Star6 Media, where we post up a lot of our lives as well. Shorts, videos, pictures, posts, all sorts of good shit. But yeah, well, subscribe to us here at Star 6 Media for Only Football and all the other shows. Like us, share us. If you love us, rate us on like Apple, on Spotify. We would really, really appreciate that. That would be great. And go and listen to the other shows on Star 6 Media, EAFP, JCA Sports, 3 Up, 3 Down, Sports Strip Live, and Slot Shot. Yep,
that's my
there
hockey.
You go. That's your hockey?
I look like I'm golfing.
I was going to say you look like, what's his name? Adam Sandler from that movie. What's the name?
Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore. Yeah, Happy Gilmore. So go check out Star 6 Media. We've got shows for almost every sport. And yeah, we're gonna be live again on Thursday. Again, catch Only Football with Kyle on Wednesdays. Kyle, you got. What are the chives with Kyle?
So the chives, and this wasn't the chives, but I have to say, I was mad that I was trying to do hockey and you said Happy Gilmore, but then I remembered Happy Gilmore putted with a hockey stick. So technically, I still did look like I was doing hockey. But I just wanted to say, our next episode is going to be really great. This is Combine Week coming up, so a lot of people and a lot of coaches are going to Combine Week, and all of the free agent quarterbacks floating around. This is when they decide, Are we going after one of these young quarterbacks that are at the combine, or is it time to sign a guy like Derek Carr? And Carson Wentz also was released, so follow up with that on Thursday with me and Rick.
All right, guys. Thank you guys again for joining us. We will see you guys on Thursday. See ya!
See ya!